welcome to the welcome session for the Mental Fitness Brilliant Mind 12-week program. So today is really a session to orient you and explain to you how the sessions are going to work, and also to give you the fuel and the drive throughout the sessions, identifying your why, your purpose, why are you here, and what you want to get out of your time here throughout this session. So mental fitness for me is really finding your clarity and being able to access it under pressure. I think there are a lot of ways to actually learn and grow, but very often putting it into practice is a crucial part that is not always there. It's sometimes missing, and you can have great insight and great intentions and you know what to do, but if you don't execute it and you don't do the exercises, you don't get the benefits. So this program is designed for you to actually implement what you learn every single week and do daily exercises. So by the end of the program, these become automated and you will access them as your default operating system. So you can really remain calm when it counts, and you will feel more confident to step up in a way that is meaningful to you, in a way that feels kind, calm, and positive. So as we get started, I really would like to just, introduce ourselves and have a little bit of a chat about who you are and what brought you here. And from my side, what brought me here is that experience that I learned a lot. I went through a lot of programs, but when it came to execution, I often felt that I know what to do, but I'm not doing it in the moment. And when I came across mental fitness and positive intelligence, what I found that suddenly in a stressful situation, when I was criticized by somebody who's supposed to support me in the middle of an important workshop we were leading, I just found that instead of me getting defensive and upset, suddenly I just was able to say, I did a PQ rep and I was just able to say, okay, that's fine. I understand this is frustrating and it's difficult. And you know what, how are we going to move forward and fix it? And let's just figure it out. And it was it felt different. It was very non-defensive. It was very confident. It was very grounded. And I was like, who was that person? Like, how did that happen? And I suddenly realized that this practice does work. And it's those little daily practices that made the difference, where automatically something else came out of my mouth, not what I used to say in the past. And it kept happening since then very often, when I surprised myself and, oh, what's happened? And in a positive way, not in a negative way. So I'm wondering about you, what it is that brought you here, because for me it is my passion to help others to have similar experiences. And imagine families or working places where we have these moments more often, when our automatic habitual responses are kind, calm, grounded, understanding, curious, playful, and that's the program that runs. Like, what difference that would make. So what is it about you? Is it maybe that you have done the saboteur assessment and you found that you would really love to take back control from those saboteurs? Maybe the controller, the hyperachiever, or maybe the avoider is at play, and you would like to be able to be the one in charge and have more fun, more ease in your life, rather than running the program that the saboteur is sort of telling you to do. Or, maybe you would like to just slow down and don't feel like restless trying to do many things at the same time. You would like to enjoy life more and have a better well-being or work-life balance. And there are many other ways, many other options why you are here, but most of the time, most people, they might want to have a better well-being, a better health, or they might want to have better performance, achieve more with less effort, or they want to improve their relationships with family or friends or colleagues. They want to feel more grounded, able to speak up and communicate their truth with kindness without hurting the relationships. And that's exactly what mental fitness can help you with. And we all have a level of mental fitness already. This is a built-in system. It's like you can pretty much, all of us, do most of the things. Our body is built for movement, for exercise. Similarly, we all have mental health within us. We all have this mental fitness within us. However, when we purposefully exercise it, our capacity to handle life challenges increases enormously. Similarly to physical exercise, if you do more exercise, you are able to handle more, you are able to lift high weight, run faster, quicker. Similarly, mentally, you can grow your capacity to be able to handle more challenges with ease and kind of have more fun and even surprise yourself what you are able to do when you do these simple exercises and go through the program. So I really would like to congratulate you for deciding to join us and spending these 12 weeks together, because these little investment of time and effort will pay back big time in terms of your ability to handle challenges, to stay calm, confident, and generally just have a better experience of life. So what we are going to cover today is quite simple. We are going to talk about the framework and how we are going to work together. We are going to look at the program details. I'm going to show you around the app, and we will just discuss the next steps for the upcoming session. So first of all, for us as a group, it's really important that we have a safe space, a safe container for us to be freely express ourselves and to be able to learn and grow. So confidentiality is really important within our group. And usually exceptions apply as for coaching. So if there's any topic around risk of harm, or if it's required by law, those are exceptions to confidentiality. So just to be aware of that. Anonymous sharing is generally all right if you share something without, so that the person cannot be identified outside the group. If you are mindful of that, if it's okay with everybody, then my recommendation is that could be really useful, because you can share your learnings and share stories without anybody's identity being impacted, but you can actually integrate what you have learned and what you hear from me. Very happy for you to quote this and share it with others, because it might be helpful to them as well, and it might actually make them interested in doing this program. And I think that would make an even bigger ripple effect all around their lives. And if it can help them, then I think they should hear those stories. Also, this is a non-judgmental environment, so it's okay to share whatever is on your mind and not to worry about it at all. Your full self is welcome, so it's okay to be here as you are, and no need to pretend. And also, even throughout the session, if you need something, please look after yourself first, and that's totally okay. This is a space where we practice expressing what we need and sharing whatever comes up for us, and we will just take it as a learning opportunity as a group to process whatever comes up. Of course, as a group, it's important that we have equal participation, so being mindful of that. I really like if everybody participates. It actually makes the group more engaging, and also often you will find you will learn from each other quite a lot, because you're going through the same journey. And as I said, we all have mental fitness at our core. This is something we all already use. So whatever is working for you, if you share it, it will help others too. And while I will be asking you to do exercises, I just want to lay that as a ground rule that everything is voluntary to participate in. So if you want to skip answers or activities, just say so. It's completely fine. Absolutely no offense taken. So just let me know. And also in the first 10 days of the program, if you are not happy or if it's not working for you, feel free to let me know and we can just, cancel the app license you have. And, it's all right. That's completely okay to change your mind because nothing is lost. It's something that you tried and tested and maybe didn't work for you. And that's completely fine. It's not for everybody and it's not necessarily the right time for everybody to do this program. I would like to also talk a little bit about coaching because a lot of people have experienced coaching or they maybe think that what it is, but there's a lot of people who maybe haven't. And it's good to be clear on what is coaching and how I look at coaching. So coaching is really a partnership. So it's a relationship between two equals, and it's all about focusing on personal and professional development. I'm a member of the ICF, which is the International Coaching Federation, and I follow the Code of Ethics. So that's why it's especially important for me that we lay these ground rules and we have a conversation on what's going on for us. And this is a space where this is very welcome, and we don't need to assume. We can just ask questions. And I do believe that these sort of rules and this should be actually happening everywhere, but somehow it's often not talked about, and maybe it is not happening when we don't talk about the ways how we would like to work together. In a coaching relationship, what do you think the coach's role is? So what is your thinking around it? Because people might have different expectations. Actually, very often people think that coaches are there to hold others accountable. But coaching is more about supporting people to develop their skills, to learn and grow, and to hold themselves accountable by asking questions, offering new perspectives, and supporting the individuals to actually see and experience more of life, to be able to say yes to bigger life for themselves. And it's a fun journey where really the coach client's role is to be an active participant and just being open and honest. And even if something comes up that is quite nasty, then actually it's a good idea to bring that up because the coach is there to handle those things that usually nobody else is willing to handle for you. So it's completely fine. I really love challenging situations and challenging questions because we learn the most when people ask those questions and it's really honest, raw, and it's just happening in the moment. That's the best learning. At the end of the day, here always the participants, the clients, they make their own decisions and their own choices. And that's actually really empowering. So in the whole process, you feel more and more empowered. It's not like a teaching relationship and like the teacher tells you what to do. It's actually you figure out your own answers and you're like, wow, I knew more than I thought I knew. And that's kind of really empowering and positive. So, the more time you spend in this space, the easier it will get to express yourself and speak your truth and just become more of yourself. Positive feedback, you kind of get rewarded for being yourself rather than in other places you might pull back and you might find it more difficult to just express what's on your mind. So it's a great practice for expressing what's important to you, what you value, how you feel. So it's really a fun journey. So now that's a question for you. If a miracle happened and in these 3 months you could have whatever you wanted to have and shifts happened in your life that really brought a big smile on your face, what would you like to have created, achieved, changed by the end of this program? What would you like to leave with? What would you like to take with you? You can just take a minute to just think about it and think about the things that are like, I have been working on it and it's, my obvious next step, and it's quite a rational choice to say, I definitely can change this. But think about the bigger things, like if my dream was coming through, then, I would be handling this situation different. I would be getting this sort of a feedback from people, or I could really do those things that I I didn't dare to do before. Like for me, one of the bits that I never dreamt to do was riding roller coasters, and that's something that I never even imagined I would be happy to do. And by the end of doing this mental fitness, I was completely able to push myself, my comfort zone out, and be able to go on roller coasters and ride Hyperia and Smiler and all of that, and even have fun. So, don't restrict yourself to like the regular kind of goal setting skills. Just think about the ones. It's like it's always bothered me why I don't like riding roller coasters, why I just, it's always bothered me. And it's like, what if I could do that? Like, how would that be? So that's an invitation for you to just consider those things. And in next week's session, we will be looking more at goal settings, and I will be interested to hear your sort of normal cautious goals, but also your like crazy goals. It's like I don't even know why, but it would be pretty cool if I could do those things. And let's see what happens, right? It's all about trying things out and seeing what happens and what works, what doesn't, and learn from it. Yeah, it's like, I don't promise you can do all of that, but if you don't set the goals, if you don't even put it on the table, it's less likely that it's going to happen. It all starts with having a thought, having a dream, and then taking the steps afterwards. So, how have we been doing so far? So, we have talked a little bit about the framework, about how we are going to work together and what coaching is, how we're creating the safe container, and where you are coming from and what you're going to create. And now I'm going to go into a little bit of detail about the program itself. So it's based on positive intelligence, and that's a framework developed by Shirzad Chamine. And this is all a science-based method to actually help you experience more positive emotions in your life rather than negative emotions. There is a PQ score test similar to the IQ or EQ test that you can come across, which measures how much time you spend in positive emotions versus negative emotions. And I'm going to share the link to that test with you. So you can take your baseline now at the beginning of the program and later on, so you can actually track your progress. Similar, there's another test about assessing saboteur interference in your life. We know that we all, whatever level, wherever we are, we tend to self-sabotage ourselves. And this is a test to actually highlight and bring it to the conscious awareness of in what ways, what is your habitual preferred way of getting in your own way. And once you have awareness, it's much easier to work on it. And actually, when you are pointing the flashlight on these saboteurs, then they tend to become less threatening and they are easier to manage. So we are going to look at developing that mental fitness, increasing your PQ score, and reducing the saboteur interference in your life throughout like 7 weeks. And in the beginning, we have this setup phase when we are getting clear on your outcomes, your objectives, and how you're going to fit this into your life, removing any obstacles from the way. And at the end, we are going to have a couple of sessions on implementation, which is going to make sure that you are embedding this and applying it to the challenges, specific challenges that you have. We are going to do tracking. So we are going to take this, as I mentioned, your baseline test score and as your starting point. And we are going to do exercises throughout the app, throughout the 12 weeks to actually help you develop the mental fitness muscle. We also have our community coming together every week, and we will be celebrating, supporting you, and you have the opportunity to ask all your questions. And as a coach, I'm going to support you and help you integrate and apply the learnings with you, so you always feel that you are not alone in this journey and there is always help available. So looking at the program, we are in orientation now. So this is actually to help set the map, set the scene, so you know exactly what to come. Then we are going to do goal setting, and we will set up our community and our rules of engagement and communication on how to reach out, how to celebrate, and work together. Then we are going to look at the self-command muscle. This is all about how to feel grounded, how to calm yourself in the moments that matter to you. Then we will be looking at the saboteurs and how to catch and actually take back control from each of them. Then you'll be developing sage muscles. These are the different positive emotions that can help you find better answers and broaden your perspective. And in the last couple of weeks, we are going to look at applications. So kind of the goals that you set, the problems you are encountering, we will be looking at applying the mental fitness muscles to those specific situations. So you can actually deal with those with the support that you have here. And the important thing is that lasting change really requires the mental muscle, building that muscle. Insight is not enough, like knowing what to do is not enough. And here in this program, we are not going to just give you knowledge, we are going to do the practice. And that's going to shift you massively. However, it requires your commitment and your regular practice. This practice is going to be built into your day, so you don't have to worry about carving out massive amount of time, because we will be working in it to actually integrate it in a way that it's not too much extra time. In the beginning, it might require a little bit more. However, what we are aiming at, that you do it as kind of your, the business as usual, kind of your life is as usual. Now I don't necessarily spend specific long amount of times doing these repetitions, because I'm actually doing it on the go. And that's where we want to get you by the end of the program. However, you will have access to the app afterwards as well. So you can keep practicing with the app and have more support there. Week by week, as you can see, and we will go through this next week again, we have our meetings on Monday, and you will have the recorded materials dropping on a Friday, and you have a weekend to watch. And then we are going to look at the learnings, and we will process, integrate the material on a Monday session together. So here the next section is around the app and how to use the app. So right now, you will only have access once you downloaded the app and you log in with the email address that you registered with. You will only have access to the welcome module, and that's completely all right. That's how it should be. And when we start the program, then you will be able to, every week you will have the different modules unlocking, and there will be more and more content available to you. This is to really keep it simple for you, so you don't get overwhelmed with all the content at the same time. So this is how your app will look like once everything drops. You will have your weekly modules on the top, and you will have also an audiobook. You will have Shirzad's book, Positive Intelligence, available to you in an audiobook format to listen to week by week if you like. And that will be also strengthening your learning. But the main thing is to do the weekly modules, and at the bottom of the screen you can see here there is a daily focus. There are the modules which is highlighted now. There is the community and your profile. Under the profile you can also put in the saboteur assessment test, and you can repeat that if you want to. So the main thing is the onboarding module, which is available to you, this welcome module. It's the recorded material is around 17 minutes, but I would say spend half an hour to go through, set your plans, set your goals, edit into the app, and have a good think what you want to get out of the program. And we will discuss that next week before the first proper module drops. Each module will be around 1 hour to watch, so please set aside 1 hour at the weekend, and then there will be another hour when we meet up. This is the main commitment for you to build a mental fitness muscle, and we will be having small exercises throughout the week. But for now, no worries. Don't worry about that just yet. Just focus on the welcome module, and that's going to be perfectly fine. We will also have a community space within the app which will open once the program open. And there is also a profile when you can look at your stats and look at your progress. I will have access. I will see what progress you have made, but I won't be able to see any of the notes or any journals that you enter into the app. So this way I can just see how well you are progressing, and if you like, we can celebrate that together. You also have a couple of settings that you can change in there. We can discuss that later once we started the program. And you also have access to the app on a web browser. So when you're doing the weekly modules, you might want to do this on the laptop rather than on your phone. It might be easier, especially typing in some of the answers to the questions. But anyway, whatever way you do it, your progress is recorded between the two systems. So you just need to log in with your email address and password that you set up for the app. So this was the run tour for the app. And now it's really just, clarifying your next steps. The main thing is to set your app up. So once you register, the email address, whatever you've given me, is the email address that you are set up to use the app. And you will have access to the app for a full year. Then also do the assessments, both the saboteur assessment and the PQ score assessment. The saboteur assessment is available in the app in the welcome module, so you can just do it there and it's always at hand. And the PQ score one, you can actually enter your current PQ score in the goal setting and see, where you are now, where you want to go. And also have a think about your personal goals, like what do you want to get out of this program? What would be a great dream come true? I would also recommend you to get a little notebook to actually write down your key thoughts, observations, stories, and questions throughout the program, because we will be meeting on a Monday, but you might have some, question or problem on another day, and you're just like, I really want to ask this question. So if you keep a note either on a notebook or, in an online format, it will help you to progress, track, and ask the questions as they come up. And also looking back, it might be interesting for you to look back and see how far you have come from the beginning. So in the next session, we will be checking in on all the above, and I will answer your questions, anything that comes up. And also we will look at our community and how we are going to help each other and support each other throughout the journey. So for your personal goal for next time, have a think that when you are performing at a higher level, you are less stressed and more energized. What would you really want to go after in your life? What would you want to create? What would you like to enjoy? And what experience you would love to have? Please get in touch with me with any questions, concerns, or anything that you are not sure about. Very happy to answer your questions. And, once you watch this video, please share your key takeaways and let me know what grabbed your attention. I would love to hear from you. Yeah, thank you so much. And I can't wait to see you next week. See you.